Yes, today we will discuss on the rules of debit and credit. What is debit and credit? These are two terms used in the accounting terms, and we are commonly using these terms. In common language, or generally we use credit for plus and debit for minus. But in accounting terminology, debit and credit, these are separate terms. Debit is used for the left hand side and credit is used for the right hand side of an account. Every account has two sides, left hand side and credit and the right hand side. Left hand side, that is called debit side, and the right hand side is called credit side. So actually debit and credit, or debit means left side of account, and credit means right side of an account. Debit is denoted by DR in short terms. Debit is denoted by simply DR, and credit denoted by CR. Actually, the foundation of these terms are from Italian and Greek language, and so it is debit is used by debitor and editor. Then the R is used in these terms. These are Italian terms. They are foundation from the Italian. There in every business, in every transaction, there is at least one debit and one credit. Both the sides are always equal. Debit is always equal to its credit in every transaction. If any business transaction takes place, there is at least one debit and one credit. Both are equal. Suppose we have to here rules of debit and credit. The rules of debit and credit depends on the accounting. Before going to rules of debit and credit, we must know what are the accounts in which the debit and credit are used. So here the accounts, we know account is only the T-shaped presentation or T-shaped summary of business transactions, in which two sides are here, debit side and the and credit side. Left hand side, which is T-shaped representation here, this is called debit side, and this is called the credit side. Left hand side, debit side, and the right hand side, credit side. Now these rules of debit and credit depends on the accounts. Accounts or depends on here on two approaches. There are two approaches on which the accounting depends here. One is traditional approach and the another is modern approach. First we go the traditional approach. We know what are the accounts here. As per the traditional approach, accounts are categorized on two types. Number one, personal, and the number second, that is impersonal. Here the personal accounts are of three types. First, we know accounts, all the accounts as per the traditional approach are divided on two bases. One is personal and the other is impersonal. The personal, as per the personal approach, the personal way, accounts are of three types. Number one, natural person. Second is artificial personal, and the third is representative. Again, accounts, we have to go to the rules of debit and credit. Rules of debit and credit are used in accounts. The account, first we go the accounts. What are the accounts? Account, I told you, it is the T-shaped representation or T-shaped summary of the business transactions. Now the accounts depends upon two approaches here. One is traditional approach and another is modern approach. That is called modern approach, also called accounting approach. As for the traditional approach, the accounts that are involved in the business transactions are of two types here. One is personal and another is impersonal. The personal accounts are also of three types. Personal accounts has also three types. One is natural person, the other is artificial person, and the another is representative person. What is artificial person, natural person, and representative person? Natural person, personal accounts are those accounts which are related to or which deals with the human beings, because we deal with the natural human beings. Suppose Rama's account, Shyam's account, Ram, Shyam, these are the natural persons. If they deal with business, they do any transaction with the business, so their accounts are the natural accounts and natural personal accounts. And another type of account, that is artificial person. Artificial person is the person that's actually not a person, that is not naturally a person, but they exist in the eyes of Allah as human being, as a person, so they are called artificial person. We know here the companies, the firms, as per the accounting terms, they are the artificial persons, they exist as human beings, they work as human beings in the eyes of Allah, in business. So we can say here, examples of the artificial person. Let me take example here. State Bank of India. Jio company, Airtel, firms, Ram, Shyam and company. These are all artificial persons. The companies, firms, municipal corporation, they act as human beings. They can work on their own, on behalf of their name, so they are called artificial persons. And another is, that is representative. Representative personal accounts are those accounts when the nominal accounts, we go for another approach. For impersonal, here we know what is impersonal, what is nominal. Here we remember representative are those accounts when nominal accounts becomes due or outstanding, prepaid, outstanding. At the time they are called representative accounts. For example, salary prepaid, prepaid salary account, outstanding rent account, prepaid insurance account. These are all representative accounts. Here the natural personal accounts, Ram, Shyam, debtors, creditors, drawings, these are all natural accounts, natural personal. Artificial, they are not actually natural persons, but they exist as human beings, or they are ready. So I told you, SBI, J&K Bank, Canara Bank, Punjab National Bank, they work as human beings. Jio, Airtel, Reliance, insurance companies, Shyam and Co, etc., etc. And representative artificial persons, representative persons, they are when the nominal accounts become outstanding or prepaid. At that time they are called representative persons. Now go for another thing, that is impersonal accounts. As per the traditional approach, there were only two, one was the personal and another was impersonal. As per the personal, there were three things: natural accounts, artificial personal accounts, and representative personal accounts. Now for as per this impersonal accounts, there are also two accounts. One is a real account, and another is nominal. One is real and another is nominal. What is real? Real accounts are those accounts which dealers with, which are related to the properties of the business. There are two types also. Actually, it has many types. So we have to go here for on the basis of two only. Then we go here for tangibility as per the tangibility of the business. As per the real accounts, the properties of the business are only two two types. One is tangible property, and another is non-tangible, intangible. Tangible properties are those properties which we can touch, which we can see, which we can be measured in terms of money, which can be measured in terms of, which can be touched and which can be seen. For example, land, building, plant, machinery, these are tangible properties. So land account, plant account, machinery account, building account, these are tangible accounts. Land, plant, building, machinery, these are all tangible properties. And another thing is that is intangible properties that cannot be seen and touched, but have the monetary value, but can be measured in terms of money. They are copyright, trademark, patent right, goodwill. All these accounts, copyright account, trademark account, patent right account, goodwill account, all these accounts are the intangible properties of the business. Another thing that is nominal. What is the nominal account? Nominal accounts are those accounts which deals with incomes, expenses, revenues, and losses. So, expenses, losses, incomes and gains. All these accounts that deal with expenses of the business, losses of the business, incomes of the business, and gains of the business. For example, here, a rent received. Rent received is income to the business. Commission paid, that is expense to the business. Salary paid, a salary account, rent account, sales account. These are all expenses and incomes. All the accounts that deal with incomes, expenses, loss and gains, these are called nominal accounts. Again, let me explain again. We are going through rules of debit and credit. We have to learn here rules of debit and credit. But rules of debit and credit depends on the accounts. Rules of debit and credit are used in the accounts. The account, I told you, account is only the T-shaped presentation of business transactions. So the accounts are divided into two types, two approaches, as per the traditional approach and as per the modern approach. As per the traditional approach, all the business accounts, there are two types, personal and impersonal. So the personal accounts, there are three types. One is natural, another artificial, and one another is representative. Natural person, Ram, Shyam, debtors, creditors, drives. These are the natural persons. Capital. Artificial persons. Those persons, they are not actually human beings, but they can act as human beings in the eyes of law. As per the accounting terms, they can work, they can business. So, SBI, State Bank of India, RBI, that's a company, they can work. Shyam and Co is a company. ABC firm, so firm can make business. Jio, Airtel, Reliance, these are all artificial persons in the eyes of law. And another thing, that is representative. Representative here means when the nominal accounts, these accounts become, nominal accounts become prepaid or outstanding, prepaid or due. At that time, they are called a representative accounts. Outstanding rent account, prepaid insurance account, outstanding salary account, outstanding commission account. These are called representative personal accounts. And another account, that is impersonal. Here the impersonal, there are also two types. One is real and another is nominal. In the real, there are real account. I told you, real account is those accounts which deals with the properties of the business, possessions of the business. Business have two types of possession as per this. One is intangible possessions and another is tangible possessions. Tangible properties, intangible properties. All the accounts which deals with these things, they are called, they deal with, suppose they are the tangible, land, building, plant, machinery, vehicles, etc. These are all tangible things, tangible possession, tangible properties. And intangible properties are also in the business. That is copyright, trademark, patent right, and goodwill. These are intangible properties. These cannot be seen or touched but have the monetary value. In the same way, land, building, plant, machinery, they can be touched, they can be seen, and can be measured in terms of money. Now, another point was here, nominal account. Nominal account, those accounts which deal with expenses, losses, incomes, and gains of the business. Suppose sales account, that gives income to the business. Rent received, commission received, interest received, that gives income to the business. Like rent paid, salary paid, commission paid, they are expenses to the business, carriage, etc. These are expenses to the business. So all these accounts, these are called nominal accounts. Now we have learned here, as per the traditional approach, there are so many accounts, but the rules of debit, as per the rules of debit and credit, all these accounts are divided into only three types. Number one, that is personal. Second is real, and third is nominal. Sometimes we can say debit is either increase or credit, either increase or decrease. Similarly, credit may be either increase or decrease. But as per the traditional approach, we have learned here, there are all the accounts are dependent. But as per rules of debit and credit, all these accounts are divided into three types. One is personal, and another is real, and the third one is, that is nominal. The rule for the personal is here: debit the receiver and credit the giver. Debit the receiver and credit the giver. This means here, when the amount is received, when a person receives some amount, so it is to be written in the debit side of his account. And when he gives money, when he gives anything, that is written in the credit side of his account. So here means it, as per the personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver. Now, for the real account, for the properties here, business may either receive property or it may give property. So when the property is received, the rule becomes here: debit what comes in and credit what goes out. When business receives something, some property, so it is written in the debit side of that account. And when some property is going out of the business, that is written in the credit side or right side of this account, of its account. So, for example, when land is purchased by the business, so land account goes up and it is written on the debit side of the account. When land is sold by the business, so that means land goes out from the business. At that time, from the land account is credited, so it is written in the credit side or the right side of the land account. In the similar way, And the machinery account, this is the property. So this property account, this real account is the properties account, possessions account. It is when it goes high, when it goes up, when it, something comes in it, so it is in the left hand side, that is debit side. And when something goes out from it, so it is written in the right hand side, that is credit side. Now another thing, that is nominal account. For these accounts, expenses, losses, incomes and gains. Here debit all expenses and losses. Credit all gains and incomes. But as per the nominal approach, when there may be any loss or expense, that is written in the debit side of the account. Debit all the expenses and losses. That is written in the left hand side, that is debit side. And when there may be any gain or income, when there may be any gain or income in the business, so it is written in the credit side, right hand side of the account. Suppose, let me show here, when the commission is paid, that means money is going out from the business. That is expense to the business or loss to the business. So it is written in the debit side of the right hand side, left hand side of the commission account. When the commission is received by the business, when the commission is received by the business, that means it is gain to the business. So the commission account is written by the credit side. So it is written in the right hand side, that is credit side of the commission account. These are the things, these are the services which are received by the business, for which the business has to pay. That is expenses or losses for the business. And when the business receives, when the business gives service to any other things, to others, so at that time they receives money here at that time, so that becomes income or gains for the business. So the rule is here for the nominal accounts: debit all expenses and losses, credit all gains and incomes. So debit, I again tell you, debit is the left hand side of the account and credit is the right hand side of the account. Debit left hand side, credit right hand side. Here the rule for personal account, again debit the receiver and credit the giver. For real account, the rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. And another nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all gains and incomes.